What's up, YouTube? This is MathWiz97, and welcome back to my SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager mode. Last time, we had the Great American Bash pay-per-view, clocking in at a comfortable 4 stars with a 5-star main event. That was pretty sick. But now, we're looking to build off of the Great American Bash. The problem is, we don't have a lot left over from that. Luckily, because I kind of had it on standby for a week, so I could get another match out of these two, get some sort of a rematch. Maybe I'll do that just to kind of save us in the ratings here, maybe. Then we've got this rivalry, which I'm going to keep working with, going up to SummerSlam. However, there is an idea that I got. Basically, with the world title picture, this didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I wanted MVP to also participate in the match, but I couldn't really make it work, because he wasn't in the top 5, so he got bumped for King Booker. Now, I've come up with a plan for this it's gonna save us. So, King Booker, he lost his US title a while back. But if you've been keeping up with the series, his heavies, his bodyguards, Crime Time, have been pretty dominant as the WWE Tag Team Champions. So, what I was thinking is maybe we could plan a bit of a coup d'etat, as it were. So King Booker, he jumped in and stole MVP's world title shot. So we could have MVP jump in and steal Booker's henchman and leave him high and dry. That's what I would like to try to build towards, but for right now, SummerSlam is on the horizon. Edge kind of needs a challenger. So I could set it up this way. However, let me think. Survivor Series is 18 weeks away. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna have a temporary 5-week rivalry between Booker and Edge. Basically, SummerSlam, we're gonna have a triple threat for the world title. I'm gonna make sure that MVP makes it into that match. And depending on how that matchup goes, if either Booker or MVP win the world title, actually, basically, as long as Booker doesn't win the world title, we can go with that storyline. If Edge retains, then, well, I know what my next move is gonna be. I'm gonna have, well, Umaga's gonna end up fighting John Cena for a bit, to kind of, put Umaga over, and then Umaga will likely be the next challenger for the World Heavyweight title. So, once SummerSlam passes, Umaga's gonna jump into a feud with Edge. Whether or not he's still the US champion, we might even do a champion versus champion thing there. That could be cool. Maybe Edge could screw over Umaga, and that's how we get the title off of him. But we'll see what happens with John Cena first and foremost. But then after that, we'll have MVP versus Booker, and Crime Time can get involved as well. By that point, maybe we'll have Kalu or some other team to step up and take over as challengers. But holy crap. Okay, so thanks for the push. We've got a bit of cash, but Edge, you're gonna have to just wait, just wait a little bit, because we do have some contracts that need to be taken care of. Now, I've given it more thought as to what I want to do regarding this whole Kalu situation. I definitely want to get rid of Helms and Dykstra, because they're not really, I don't really see a whole lot of potential left for them in the series, because they've taken on the tag team champions before. I mean, they did beat them, but I don't know, I just don't see much longevity for them. And I think getting a new superstar into the Cruiserweight division would really help, so I would like to bring in Chavo, if I could. We might maybe do a rivalry between Kane and Carlito, because they both had, or maybe I could join them back up for a tag team for a bit, because they both had opportunities like Carlito had a shot at the Cruiserweight title, he failed. Kane never really went anywhere with his rivalry with Mark Henry. But the other two floaters that I'm thinking about getting rid of, one of them is Mr. Kennedy. He's the one I really want to get rid of, because he's only got 2 weeks on that contract. And then we have Mark Henry, who, he's got 10 weeks left, and I did want him to be more of a monster. That hasn't really been working out the way I wanted it to. So he could definitely be on the chopping block as well. Chris Masters, he had a lot of potential. He's kind of squandered that in recent memory. I mean, his feud with John Cena did not go over the way I wanted it to. He just ended up losing to Superman. So we got to figure out what exactly is going on there. Ideally, I would like to keep Masters for a bit longer. However, he's only got 2 weeks on his contract as well, so he could also perhaps be on the chopping block. But everybody else who's on this roster, I'm not really in any hurry to get rid of them. So what I'm going to do for this week, because I already know that I did not have the popularity to make the trade work before. Kali and Chavo have good contracts, so I would still like to go for a 3-man trade if possible. If I do have to do 3 for 3, that's fine. And I'm perfectly okay with building up Kennedy to hand him over there. But regardless, I think... Yeah, I was thinking of having Kennedy do the brand invasion, but then he might get injured if I have him do that. So I won't. I'll have... Helms was in the Battle Royal. I'll have him do it anyway. Because we gotta stir things up with Monday Night Raw. +8, wow. Really leaving Dykstra in the dust. So Helms is now, what, 75. Wow. And then I guess I might as well boost up Dykstra as well, because they're definitely going. I'm not going to keep them. Although I also don't want to boost them up too high. I think, so what is that now? A 75 and a 71. I guess that's not too high. I did kind of want to get rid of them because they had lower popularity. So I was going to originally just boost up Kennedy, but I changed my mind. So Chavo beat Kali. This is a 3.5 star. So I'm thinking the way the ratings work is you just add up all the star ratings and then divide by the number of matches, which in this case is 5. But, I mean, I don't think... I think you would divide up anything by 5 because, like, when they have no first or second matchup, then the rating suffers. So that's also got to play a factor. But I don't know. Even those numbers don't always work. This one might be fine, but there are other instances in the past. I just realized though, Triple H he lost his WWE title. Whoa, that's pretty big. ECW had a 3-star. This is just such an show. Let's see what Raw did with their contracts. I doubt that they already renegotiated Sabu's. Because ideally, I'd like to... See, I could be kind of scummy here and try to, plan my trade just right so that, like, Sabu's contract would already be extended, but, the guy that I send would not be extended, so then, like, they don't have the money to renegotiate that person's contract, they drop off into free agency, and we just scoop them right back up. That would be the ideal situation, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get off that easy. However, I definitely am going to extend Crime Time's contracts, just by 5 weeks. I mean, I know they're not going to go anywhere, but I'll just do the 5 weeks for now, because I got to watch my money, and I don't see myself doing a lot as far as finances this week, because there are some people that I got to move. Well, MVP would likely be the heel, Booker the face, which, I mean, I don't know, the King has lost his empire. I think you could make a good babyface story out of that. The other person, I'm thinking maybe have Kane turn heel. Or Carlito. It could be either or. But I feel like Carlito would be a better face, especially if you want to do like a more underdog angle. Because like Carlito did challenge for the Cruiserweight title. I'd imagine Kane would be a bit more frustrated because he didn't really... Like, his only title match was this Fatal 4-Way, so like he wasn't even really a big factor in that. And I don't know, just because he's a monster, I think he'd make a better heel. But then I guess otherwise, we'll just do an autograph signing for Kennedy. I don't want to bump him up too high, like I was saying, because then, that's going to be a problem if we trade away if we give up too much popularity here. And other than that, there's probably somebody else I could boost who's been doing pretty well as of late. I mean, Nitro retained his title yet again, so I think he could do some autograph signings. Gotta watch that fatigue. So that'll put him at a 76. So now we're going into the show. So I think, because ideally for the ratings, I will have Masters and Cena in the same match. But also, see, I think I'll keep Chris Masters yet. Because I thought about maybe doing like a matchup where the loser leaves, but I mean, we could just have Cena ringside. Because like, I want to keep Henry because he's got 10 weeks left. So even if I do, like, he'll be the next in line for the chopping block. I don't. Well, I'll figure that out later. So for this week's show, I definitely want to have a heel turn. We're gonna have Kane turn heel. So I think what's gonna happen this week, I'll orchestrate some sort of tag team matchup. Maybe we can put them up against Crime Time. They get one last hurrah, the Demon's Apple, and then they maybe fall apart. That would be 7 matches in a row, so I guess it would work in storyline, because he is pretty upset. He's not looking too hot. So I guess the Demon's Apple, I mean, not what I wanted for them, but it seems that they might just be a one-hit wonder. But we'll have to see, I guess, if Kalu suffers the same fate. We have a lot of people here who are tired of losing. I mean, Edge, of course. Edge already has, like, the biggest contract on the roster. He just wants a bigger paycheck. Which, unfortunately, means that that's more money out of our pockets. Same for Regal. He also wants a renegotiation. So that'll be simple to fix later on. So I guess this week we can orchestrate, because I mean, Helms and Dykstra, they're not going to be doing anything after this week's show. They're gone. So I guess I can put them up against the Hardy Boys, because the Hardy Boys need, I mean, they need something, because like they just had that failed rivalry with Crime Time. The Hardy Boys need something to right their career paths, their trajectories. I don't really know who else I could have pair up against them. So we could do that for now. I definitely will have Crime Time take on the Demon's Apple. So we're doubling up on tag team matches here. But that's okay. I mean, this is kind of what started the fall for the Demon's Apple. They weren't, I mean, it all started with their title loss to Crime Time, so. Although, we did sort of plant the seeds for a potential, a Crime Time Open Invitational, so that's sort of my way to open the door so that when I trade for Kalu, that's their way in. So that's how they can join the fray. So then there's Kennedy, who's around. So I can't jump into the Cena-Umaga rivalry just yet. It's not going to be an official rivalry because Cena is a heel, if I recall correctly. And yeah, Cena's a heel, Umaga's a heel. So they won't actually be a rivalry, but it's only going to last up till SummerSlam. So I'm not too concerned with taking a hit. They've got high popularity, so the rating should still do fine. Any other filler rivalries I could do here? We're going to do something with Demon's Apple. That's going to happen. Kennedy's going to be leaving, so there's nothing for me there. And yeah, I think everything else is just kind of stagnant, because that's JTG right there. And I would like to save them for Kalu. And the Hardy Boys, there's Kane, Carlito, yeah. I will have to turn somebody face, though, definitely. I just don't know who that's going to be yet. Maybe it could be Regal. Regal could turn face if, especially if, what's his face? The guy. Booker. If Booker turns face, then yeah, having Regal face, that's when we can put together the King's Court and set up a good three-way rivalry there. And I guess Henry will be the guy that I would trade out to try to get Finlay. And then at that point, I think we only have 19 superstars on the roster right now. So if I could pull off something like that, we could bring in Finlay and who else is low popularity on the roster? Snitsky. We could bring in Snitsky. I'm sure that would definitely work. And I mean, look at those contracts. They're pretty set. So maybe that's something to consider for the future. I don't know what I'd do with Snitsky, but we'd find a place for him. So I guess just to make sure that they're in the same match, I'll have Chris Masters take on Kennedy, and I could put. Oh no. Umaga should be doing something. Okay, I'm gonna change up some plans here. We're going with the hashtag glorified squash match. We'll make it tornado, I guess. So we're gonna throw Kennedy in with these guys. We're throwing them to the Wolves. They're gone. They're as good as gone. So we're gonna have Umaga in here, just so that way, you know, perhaps a bit of dissension between Cena and Umaga. Masters will be in there as well, just because for the rivalry, we'll let that go. So there's a 6-man tag. That's a thing that's happening. Then we've got. So that frees up the other guy we had booked in there. That frees up the Hardy Boys to do something. All right, and then I think I'll change up this matchup we'll reunite this alliance that we had once before. We'll have CM Punk take on Mark Henry, who's going to have Johnny Nitro in his corner. We did that once before, but it was in the reverse, where Mark Henry is in Nitro's corner, so we'll see how this goes. It's an obstacle for CM Punk to overcome. If he wants to get back at Johnny Nitro, if he wants to get another shot at that Cruiserweight title, he's going to have to go through the world's strongest man to do it. So that will leave... We've got these three for the main event. We have the Hardy Boys in there. So I guess we can do another weird little... Or we can do handicap. That's but is Regal willing to take one for the team? That way we can get the Hardy Boys a win. Well, maybe we won't do it that way. Let's have instead just a standard one-on-one match. Matt Hardy, he's been struggling to pick up a win. We'll have those two face off. And I don't think I can get a rivalry out of that, because who could I pair with Regal for a short amount of time? Henry. Maybe we'll just do a short rivalry between Matt Hardy and Regal. I will set it for No Mercy. Oh, shoot. I just killed it. I just killed it. I'll set it for No Mercy, but realistically, this isn't going to be like a tag team rivalry or anything, but Hardy versus Regal, it's something. It's just something to fill out the card. And yeah, I think that's okay for right now. Which will then leave our main event. We don't have a lot of options because I just did Edge versus Booker not too long ago. We haven't done Edge versus MVP in a singles match in a while, I don't think. And this could be MVP's way of proving that he still does deserve a shot. Because the last time that they faced off one-on-one, that was when MVP... Okay, no, the last time they faced off one-on-one was the title defense. But before that was when MVP picked up that surprise win over Edge, which was right here. Yeah, that's when his rise to fame began. So we can do a bit of a rematch. I don't think I want to do a hardcore match because, well, Edge isn't that fatigued. I'm guessing they wouldn't be. So we could do a hardcore, because just to keep Booker in the mix. Because otherwise it's going to be some weird triple threat shenanigans, and I'm not ready for that yet. Or we could do a handicap. I'm not going to do a handicap, though. I think the hardcore match will do better in the ratings. So, Edge, he took on Booker defending his world title last night. Tonight, he's going to get MVP in the same stipulation. And hopefully MVP and Booker can pull out the win this time around, because MVP's got to get back in that world title picture. So we've got our advertising promo to get some cash to re-extend those contracts. We've got the heel turn for Kane after they go down to Crime Time here. What matches am I going to play, though? I mean, ideally, I won't have to play that one. Hopefully the guys will get the correct people will get the win there. All right, so I've weighed all of my options. I've looked over the card. Actually, on second thought, having those back-to-back is probably not a great idea. But I think this is just what I'm going to go with. The matches I'm going to play, I'm going to leave this one up to fate. And no, Edge defeats MVP, so this is getting tricky. I don't know what I'm going to be doing about that. But something needs to change that world title picture. But once I've made my trades, I can probably figure that one out next week. Definitely going to play Punk versus Henry. That's definitely a thing that's going to happen. Don't really need to play Hardy versus Regal. Matt gets the win. Cool there. And I guess we can also do the tag match to kind of get to the split of the Demon's Apple. Yeah, I think we can do that. So I'm gonna make sure that this matchup goes the way that I want it to, because I cannot afford right now to have Umaga's win streak broken by these people that I'm just gonna trade away after this week. That's not happening. All right, so that's over. Umaga, Master Cena have put down those three. We can just trade them away now. Get rid of them finally. And yeah, that's that. So, actually, I might also simulate this matchup and just hope that things go well. Here's what I'll do. If Carlito and Kane can beat Crime Time, then the Demon's Apple can reform. And the Demon's Apple can get a rematch for the tag titles. But if they lose, then we're going to have the split. So, yes, even though Kane will be turning heel after this, that's already set in stone, but JTG is still a face, so I could still make the rivalry work. Alright, it's all up to fate now. Will the Demon's Apple remain a tag team, or will they split and be done forever. Nope, they have lost. They've been defeated, so Kane turned his back on Carlito, attacked him after the match, and that is the end of the Demon's Apple. So now we'll jump into CM Punk versus Mark Henry. Here we go, folks. CM Punk. One of the. I think he's at one point he definitely did have the worst record in the series. Although I think now he's tied with at least Mr. Kennedy, because Kennedy is doing pretty poorly. He hasn't had the greatest record in the series either, but Kennedy's going to be on his way out. CM Punk, though, CM Punk's not doing so great either, because, I mean, if he keeps up that losing streak, I might just trade him away as well, so CM Punk should consider himself on the chopping block right now. But if he can defeat Mark Henry here tonight and, you know, build some momentum and potentially capture the Cruiserweight title, that'll be his ticket to staying safe on the blue brand. But that's all if he can get the win tonight. This win is critical for CM Punk. I mean, these two men were both people who just had so much potential for success here in the series. We already talked about CM Punk. We've gone through his story, but Mark Henry, he could have been just as dominant, if not more dominant, than Umaga, but he just... that popped up twice again. What is up with these nameplates? But yeah, Mark Henry just hasn't delivered. Umaga has gone on to be one of the biggest names in the series. He's the current United States champion. He's got like a 12-match winning streak or whatever it is at this point. I mean, Umaga is just crazy dominant, crazy powerful. Mark Henry has not produced nearly the same results. He is meandered. He's floundered in obscurity. But if he can defeat CM Punk tonight, he can probably at least buy himself a little more time. Perhaps he could, you know, start to put together a winning streak. I don't know if he'll ever be as dominant as Umaga at this stage, but, I mean, if he ever wants to be, now's the time to start. But, I mean, hey, there's no time like the present to start a winning streak like that. But here we go. It's the super heavyweight Mark Henry versus the cruiserweight CM Punk. And straight out of the gate, Punk was looking to strike him down, but Mark Henry, with that knee shot to the face, just looking to outpower CM Punk here. Let's look at Mark Henry. Oh, and you have to think CM Punk coming off of that hellacious steel cage triple threat matchup. Of course, it was Punk who took the pin off of Johnny Nitro's standing shooting star press. So CM Punk, I mean, that's going to be all the more humiliating for him that he's got to try to bounce back after getting pinned at the Great American Bash. I mean, it's not like Carlito lost the shot. It was CM Punk who failed to capture the title. Oh, what a kick on the jaw. What a shot to Mark Henry, but how quickly Henry manages to recover to just shrug CM Punk off. As Punk with the knee left. Oh, but Mark Henry drops him right back down to the canvas with that hip toss. And now here comes Henry. Here comes Henry with the punches left and right, shot after shot. And of course, CM Punk, if he takes too many shots like that, there will be no coming back. But look at Henry, the strength, the power. Just lifting Punk off the canvas about 5-6 feet in the air and dropping him right back down. Oh, but there's Punk again with the kick. Punk again with that super kick on the jaw, but Henry again shrugs him off. There's Punk now. No, it's countered. Henry with the reversal. There's a shot. There's another one. Punk. Wait a minute. No, Punk missed. Punk missed wildly. And now Mark Henry. Mark Henry up in the torture rack position with a backbreaker. Oh, and a gutbuster as well. What a combination. A deadly combination there by Mark Henry. As Punk struggles to get to his feet and he just gets rocked. Just shoved to the ground by Mark Henry. But CM Punk is stubborn. He will not quit. He will not give up. Look at CM Punk now just pummeling Mark Henry. He's on him like a wild animal, but no. Henry again, quick to shrug him off. And again, now it's, well, CM Punk, we saw him take a couple shots on Mark Henry. And now Mark Henry's going to take some shots on CM Punk. Using his head as well with these, oh! Punk strikes back with a headbutt of his own. There's a clothesline. And no, that one missed. Henry able to block that second attempted clothesline. But CM Punk now, no, counter by Henry. Henry managed to get out of the way there. CM Punk with a clubbing blow to the back. Is he going to be able to restrain Henry, though? I don't know if he will. Henry is just, well, he was trying to fight, but CM Punk back with the strikes, back with the kicks. Devastating kicks by CM Punk. Oh, and now CM Punk gonna go up to the top rope. Oh, but there's a shot by Henry. A devastating shot by Henry. He's not gonna let Punk go high risk. Oh, but wait, look at how quickly CM Punk manages to counter out of this Campbell clutch. How quickly CM Punk managed to get out of that, but hey, he is a submission specialist. Mark Henry, I don't think he's going to be able to put away CM Punk with a submission like that. Oh, there's a drop kick, but Henry's still on his feet. Oh my God. Henry just shook off that drop kick like it was nothing and just threw himself on CM Punk with that Thez press. Not only with the punches to add extra emphasis behind that, but you have to... Oh, no! Went for the super kick. Henry countered with a drop toe hold. But, I mean, surely Punk just had the wind knocked out of him, and now again, Mark Henry, again with these strikes. As headbutt after headbutt. I mean, CM Punk, how much more punishment is he going to be able to take if this... I mean, if this keeps up, this truly could be the beginning of the end, as now it's Henry. Now it's Henry going for the Boston Crab, but that's a rope break. I mean, CM Punk doesn't have to expend any energy to kick out of that one. Just look out now. No, wait. Counter. A counter by CM Punk, but he missed with a drop kick. I mean, it's clear that CM Punk is still not quite at 100% right now. As Henry with the reversal. Mark Henry, there's a shot. Oh no, and look out, straight into the corner like a rocket. CM Punk launched right into that turnbuckle. Now Henry with the elbow drops Punk to the outside. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, CM Punk taking a cheap shot on Johnny Nitro. Mark Henry couldn't stop him, and now Mark Henry's disoriented. CM Punk now going to work. CM Punk had the opportunity. Henry gave him an opening. Punk slid to the outside, and that shot on Johnny Nitro disoriented Mark Henry. I mean, Henry and Nitro, they've worked together in the past. I think Johnny Nitro is expecting Henry to protect him here, but alas, it was not meant to be there. Let's look at CM Punk. Look at CM Punk with the diving clothesline. CM Punk is starting to fire up here. Punk is rallying. As Mark Henry now... Oh, wait a minute. No, this could be disaster for CM Punk. As Henry looking for a DDT. And Punk gets spiked face first into the canvas. And Punk has taken a world of damage, a world of punishment in this matchup. But still, look at the strength of CM Punk. How is he able to do this? He's got Henry up on his shoulders, and now, oh! The rolling fireman's carry slam, and now CM Punk. CM Punk scaling to the top rope, look out below, nothing. What the heck was that? Punk tried to go for like a double foot stomp or something, but I think he lost his balance midway. Well, it doesn't matter, because he's looking for the finish. He's looking for the GTS. And that could put Mark Henry away. CM Punk. Punk dragging Henry away from the ropes. Hooks the leg down into the cover. 1, 2, no! The GTS did not put Mark Henry away. And CM Punk, I mean, he's got to be in disbelief right now. As Punk now, he's got him in the collar and elbow tie-up, but Henry just forces his way out. Oh, there's a drop kick now to the knee. A drop kick to the knee. And a super kick right on the jaw. Oh, and Henry's busted open. Mark Henry has been busted open by that devastating kick. That devastating shot by CM Punk. But you can see Henry is still out of it. Oh, and another kick on the jaw. And CM Punk has rocked Henry. Now a kick to the chest. I mean, Mark Henry, all these shots to the skull. He may have a concussion. And CM Punk now. CM Punk, he's going to go for it again. Could the second time be the charm? Go to sleep. The GTS connects. Punk, no rope break this time. Into the cover. 2. It's over. CM Punk defeats the world's strongest man. It was a hard-fought bout between CM Punk and Mark Henry, but somehow, some way, CM Punk managed to come out with the victory. I mean, he did not have the size, the strength on his side, but he sure as hell had Mark Henry beat in raw tenacity. I mean, CM Punk refused to quit, never say die. And CM Punk, the first GTS might not have done it, but he didn't give up. He went right back on him with devastating kicks, and a second GTS finally put Henry to bed. A hell of an effort required by CM Punk, but he did manage to defeat Henry, and so I think things are only looking up. Oh, wait a minute, injury report, and it's got an exclamation mark. Oh, God. There's a YouTuber named Explanation Point, and now every time I have to say the actual exclamation point, I can't say it right. Only a sprained wrist. Okay, that's not bad, and we're trading him away anyway, so that's not really a problem. And yeah, Kane is tired of losing. I just hope he didn't jump ship, because that would be bad. But usually they don't jump ship. Well, I mean, sometimes they jump ship at upset. But yeah, Kane has just turned heel. And yeah, he turned his back on his partner. So we can set up an 11-week rivalry, I'd say. Number one contender probably won't work. Is there like a not trashed, like a teammate thing? I might have already passed it. Let's just do patriotism. That's 4 stars. And I think because Carlito, he's from the Caribbean, so that should work. Ah, no. It doesn't work. Okay. We could do loser leaves the brand. Should we really go all out and have one half the Demon's Apple leave SmackDown if they can't get the win in the end? We could do that. Because I know I said that like I was only going to do trades off loser leaves the brand storylines, but I changed my mind on that clearly. But this one, I mean, this one could do it. This would be the ultimate ending to the Demon's Apple. I guess that really is the only way we can do it. Beyond that, I think everything else is where I want it to be for the moment. Okay, so we do have to keep that in mind. First of all, we had a 3-star show, which is about the same as ECW. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, this is not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm okay with that. We didn't beat Raw, but with our pay-per-view, hopefully we'll be okay. Let's just skip ahead to Sunday. Yeah, contracts are expiring, so I do have to be wary of that. So yeah, Masters we're keeping. He got his win, so he's not upset. Do I want to do the 3 months for him? I mean, everybody else, we don't really have, like, a lot of these are extended pretty far out. So if I just did 5 weeks for Masters, it wouldn't be a huge issue. Let's just do 5 weeks. Let's save some money. And then, yeah, these 3 are going to get traded away. Now the question is, do I be really sneaky about it, and do I just wait? Oh, they already extended his contract. Well, then there's no need to wait. Let's see if it works. Well, because what am I looking at here? Let me just make sure that nobody won a championship recently. Check Power 25. I just want to check Raw. Sabu's not a champion. Chavo's not a champ. Khali's not a champ. Okay, let's do this. See if it'll work. So I'm trading away, or I should say I am trading for a 62 in Chavo, a 67 in Khali, and an 85 in Sabu. So altogether, hang on, let me bust out. I can't actually find it. Let me bust out my handy dandy calculator to see if the math actually stacks up in this game. I'm not entirely sure if it does or not. Let's see, we're looking at a 62 in Chavo, which, yeah, he's there. We got a 67 in Khali. And Sabu was, what, an 85, I believe? Would help if I hit the plus button. Yeah, he's an 85, so that's a grand total of 214. And I don't need to divide that by 3, because that's not going to help me any. If I just add everything together. We'll see if the numbers match up. So we have a 70 from Dykstra. We got a 70 from Kennedy. I don't think this is going to work. Oh, wait. 74. Hey! That's a perfectly even number. That all adds up to 214. So this, in theory, this could work. Although, the contract bit might throw it off. Yeah, because Dykstra... we'll see. We'll see if it works. And also, Helms is injured, so possibly it won't. No, it was declined. Okay. But I know that I'm there. I know that I'm right there. So, well, I gotta skip past that day. And that puts us over to Raw. I guess I can just clear that. And I don't need Helms's, because they're definitely going. So, let's see if I can make this work. I want to boost it a little, but not a lot. I'll do the... I'm not just going to do the autograph signing, because I get the feeling one popularity point isn't going to actually even everything out. I don't think they're suddenly going to be like, oh yeah, that's a good deal. We'll boost Kennedy, because Kennedy, when he goes over to Raw, I'd imagine he'd be a pretty big star, so we'll interview him. And now let's try this again. So Kennedy's now to 73. We're now 3 points ahead of them, so this may work. I don't know how all they consider, like, contracts and such. So Chavo, 62. Khali, 68. So he won a match, so he went up. Did he win a title? I don't even remember what Khali was at before. Okay, no. Go away. Get off the calendar. Also, I realized I just spoiled the ratings for next episode. Whoops. We gotta make this work. And Sabu. Alright, so it was for Dykstra, Kennedy, and Helms. How about this time? Second time gonna work? No! You can't accept that? What is happening? So at this point, I've stopped caring about actually making this an even popularity trade. I just want to get rid of these guys. So I've got Kennedy all the way up to a 79 now. I think that makes three of those website interviews in a row, because 2 still wasn't enough. I don't understand. So now I'm at like 223 if you combine all their popularity to their 215. So like, hopefully they accept this trade. I just want to get rid of my people. Finally accepted. It's got to be something. It has to be something to do with money, because of them all having 1-week contracts. That's the only thing I can think of that made that so difficult. But it still could be okay, because look at this now. I don't have to worry about negotiating any contracts, so I saved myself some money there. I did lose out on some popularity, but I mean, it is possible that they won't have enough to actually re-sign one of those contracts. So this could still work out in my favor. Especially like if they can't renegotiate one of them, then I'm just gonna take them back. So, like I said, this could still be beneficial to me. But yeah, let's take a look at these guys. So Chavo, 9-7. That's not a bad record. Khali is 9-10. I was about to call him Kalu. That I gotta make sure I don't screw that up. And then we have Sabu, who's 14-6. So Sabu's looking pretty good. I didn't even check the Power 25 before doing all this, other than to see what they were. So this is gonna be all out of whack now. But we got Umaga, Edge, Cena, Crime Time, Booker. Yeah, so you got your Helms is. Yeah, these guys are gone now. Kane did fall off the list. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go into my create a faction and oh, look at this though. Umaga is #1 in the power rankings now, because Triple H, after losing that WWE title to Mysterio, he dropped off the map. And Edge is #3 even. So, I mean, Edge is probably gonna. I mean, at some point he's gonna have to lose, so Booker and MVP can be a match for him. But yeah, it's not. Although Sabu, I'm definitely gonna have to pair up Sabu and Khali in this little thing here. I'm gonna have to make Kalu a reality, so that way it might lower Sabu out of the world title picture, because he'll definitely be somewhere in this area, and that's gonna make things more complicated for MVP, and I don't want that. Whoops. So let's take a look over here, take a gander. MVP's down at 15. Punk is at 22. Nitro at 23, despite losing. Oh wait, I think this is also taking into consideration the pay-per-view, the Great American Bash. And also fan support. How are we doing? We went down. I think, because we got the big pay-per-view boost, I think, all in all, we only gained like 40,000 fans, because I think we were a little bit lower than what we're at now. But that's still not great, but maybe with the trades I just made, yeah, I had to do something drastic. I had to make some weird change here. But now, looking over at Raw, they have a bunch of contracts that are coming down. They might not be able to get them all within the next 2 weeks. So this, yeah, I might be able to scoop one of them back up. That'd be the ideal situation, but this episode has gone on way longer than I thought it would, all because of the trades shenanigans. So we'll call it a day here. Next time, I mean, I've already done most of the calendar stuff to make this work, but next time we will set up the match card and do the next episode of SmackDown. So thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one.